with defendant's ex-girlfriend. Number 4, on or about April 28, 2015, as reflected in Fulton County Indictment 15SC 138994, defendant and fellow YSL associates Demekion Garlington and Quindarius Zachary committed a drive-by shooting using the firearm defendant wielded in the video referenced in Part 3 of this section, targeting family members of a rival gang. Number 5, defendant and his fellow YSL associates committed the drive-by shooting referenced in sections 3 and 4 above on behalf of YSL and to increase the notoriety, reputation, and fear of YSL. Number 6, defendant admitted committing and was convicted of aggravated assault and participation in criminal street gang activity, among other charges, for his participation in the drive-by shooting referenced in sections 3, 4, Number 1, Young Slime Life, aka YSL, is an organization made up of 3 or more members or associates who share common identifiers that include, but are not limited to, colors, hand signals, and terminology, who have committed crimes intended to increase the notoriety, street credibility, and reputation of YSL. Number 2, defendant has been a member and or associate of YSL since 2012. Number 3, while associated with YSL and to support and express loyalty to YSL, defendant and co-defendant Demekion Garlington and Quindarius Zachary appeared in a video with another person, AS, where defendant brandished a weapon used in a drive-by shooting, and where on behalf of YSL, defendant threatened to harm a person named Kel, a rival gang member, who had begun a relationship. Mr. Sledge, has your attorney advised you of the minimum and maximum sentence for each charge that you are pleading guilty to today?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that the minimum sentence for conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act is 5 years and the maximum is 20 years in prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that the sentence for violation of count 30 of this indictment, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, as in OCGA 1611-133, is 15 years in prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that this is a negotiated plea of guilty? Defendant shall commit no criminal acts. Defendant shall submit to random drug screenings by the Department of Community Supervision and any agency designated by the court in this case. Should the defendant test positive for any Schedule 1, 2, or 3 drug, defendant shall within 30 days of said positive test undergo drug rehabilitation as designated by the court or the Department of Community Supervision and shall successfully complete said rehabilitation program. Defendant relinquishes any Fifth Amendment right related to any statement contained within defendant's factual acknowledgments contained within this plea agreement. Section 4, defendant's factual acknowledgments. Have you initialed each and all of the defendant's factual acknowledgments contained within Section 4 of this document?
Yes, ma'am.
Which means that the state will recommend to the court the following sentence.
Yes, ma'am.
As to count 1, 15 years to serve on probation subject to the special conditions contained in the plea agreement that I have in my hand that I will show you in just a moment. And on count 30, although you are pleading guilty, sentencing will be withheld until the completion of the initial trial of this case. After the initial trial of this case, provided defendant you have complied with the special conditions outlined in sections B, C, D, F, and I of Section 3 Special Conditions of Sentence of this plea agreement, the state agrees that the defendant shall be allowed to withdraw his guilty plea on count 30, and the state shall agree to null pros count 30.
What it do? It's your boy Jay Reed. We here with another banger for y'all right now. So young YSL, Young Slime Life right here. YSL, they got down another 7th person this week 7th person this month took the plea deal. Yes, somebody took another plea deal. They are, from what the streets say, snitching. Donatello, Rat Williams, gonna tell. Everybody telling right now, fam. Everybody telling. Every man for themselves. The survival of the fittest out here. They are snitching. Sorry, nigga, I'm trying to come home. Yes, that's what they doing right now. Antonio Sledge, 41, pleaded guilty to conspiracy to violate the Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organization Act in possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Sledge was sentenced to 15 years on probation. As part of the guilty plea, agreed to testify truthfully if called upon to do so during the trial, possesses no gun, commit no criminal act, and submit to random drug screening by Department of Community Supervision. If he tests positive for any drug, he is sentenced to do drug rehab within 30 days. Conditions also include a curfew from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Whew. Unless he is working, going to school, or a medical emergency, rather, and no contact with any of the co-defendants. The guilty plea on the gun charge can be withdrawn once if he meets the conditions of the deal and once the trial has concluded. Whew. He is out here. Yes, he is out here right now. This is what it do right here, guys. These guys are telling. Young Slime Life are telling. They some tatter-telling motherfuckers. Yeah, they snitching, bro. What the streets say. Me? I ain't in the streets. I'm in the sidewalk. I'm in the car driving by, trying to get to the car driving by. I knew this was gonna happen. You know, in the great words of Boosie, he said his best. He said, "You got 28 eggs in the cradle. 28 eggs. You best believe something gonna crack." But guys, everybody's telling. If you watch First 48, the motherfuckers telling. Listen, bro, these guys make gangster music. And make these gangster songs, these tough, hard songs. Yeah, that's entertainment. That is not reality. It is entertainment. That shit is WWE, AEW, SmackDown, Raw. All that fugazi shit. That shit is fugazi. That shit like, the rap game is like Jerry Springer, bro. If you think the rap game is real, these guys are doing gangster shit, yes, they tell. They talking about they ain't gonna tell. They'll die before they tell. Don't believe the hype. It's straight shit for the birds. You can't believe this shit, bro. I'm telling you guys. All these rappers lying, they telling. These rappers ain't trying to do no time, man. They're not trying to throw their life away. Well, they are throwing their life away, but they ain't trying to do no time, man. They will tell on anybody. Them motherfuckers tell on their kids or their mamas they got to. Hey, man, you know what it is. We can get into it. Me, personally, I don't participate in the streets. I feel like that shit is stupid. The streets is a myth. The streets is a mythology. If anybody sign on the streets, you's an idiot. Because these are the two ways to death or the goddamn jail cell. That's the worst thing right there. So I don't know why anybody want to participate in those activities, indulge in that. Who in the hell want to run with killers and murderers, people who want to throw their life away or jeopardize your freedom, your precious freedom? What the hell? You on restrictions and any false move, your ass can get back to prison. Man, who want to live like that? Living life on edge, paranoia, do wrong thing, hang around the wrong crowd, can't even talk to your old people, random drug tests. You can only go to work and home, man, with your curfew. Who the hell want to live like this? Who wants to live like these tightest restrictions, these strict laws on them, man? Come on, man. You like a goddamn hamster on the wheel going around and around. Streets ain't nobody, man. The streets do not make you a tough guy, bro. And you know what happened, man? These guys talk proper. They say yes, ma'am. They made songs like "fuck the judge," "we'll pay the judge off," all kind of shit. "Fuck the 12" and all that. Hey, man, that shit sound good on record. That shit sound good on the goddamn Metro Boomin beat. That shit sound good with London on the track. But let me tell you something. We in that courtroom. You in that white man jail cell in that white man's courtroom. Your ass is theirs. Your ass is grass. Your ass is theirs. You belong to the system. You part of the system. Your ass is in the fucking system. Stuck. Ain't no way in hell I would want to be in no situation. Talking proper and all that shit. I'm like, oh shit. This man saying yes, man. He don't even talk to his grandma or his mama like that. Man, what the hell? You got respectable people. They respectable people now. So respectful. So well mannered. Well, I thought y'all was gangsters. I thought y'all was tough guys. Well, all that rah shit at. Well, all that woo. Shoot a motherfucker, pop a motherfucker. We'll do it, drive by, pull up on it. Hey, that white man say, shut the fuck up, boy. Say yes. Say yes, ma'am. Say on that woman, yes, ma'am. I'm woman the same age as your ass. Man, this boy fighting for their freedom, man. Don't believe this street shit, guys. This rap shit is nothing but entertainment. I'm telling you, there's nothing real about the streets. The streets is a dirty ass hoe. You can't wipe this shit. The shit will always fuck you over, bro. You'll never win in the streets, man. I don't understand why people glamorize this shit. It's nothing to be glamorized. It's fucked up, that shit, bro. And I wish the youth would understand it and they'll tell you, like, this shit ain't nothing to play with. This shit is a game. You out here fighting for your life, and you gotta have a lawyer, somebody to speak on your behalf to fight for your freedom for you. And they got your ass. Got you on probation. Got you in the white man system. Got you looking like a damn fool, crying for your life. Out there bending over, bending backwards and shit. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. But yeah, man, this other person that tell, man, everybody telling, look like they want Thug. Like, man, they like they go, Thug, I don't think Thug getting no plea deal, dog. They gonna charge him like John Gotti. El Chapo, they think he the mafia king-minded, the ringleader. They ain't trying to get him out of there. They about to hype this up, making him look like a monster, like the worst motherfucker ever. And you know they guilty of it. They you know, you see he plead out. They say yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. Ooh wait, man, bro. Ooh, that boy scared of them white judge. Y'all scared to be in that dirty jail cell away from your family. Shit get real. Motherfuckers start appreciating life. They start appreciating shit. They're like, oh man, shit. This shit is a reality check, right? I ain't coming home, bro. I done did 8 months, 9 months in this shit. This is my life. I'm getting mail sent here. I ain't never coming home. Hey, man, motherfuckers need that shit, bro. Some of y'all need that reality check. Beyond scared straight. They scare their ass right. Scare their ass on the right path. But hey, man, y'all like, comment, subscribe to the video. 6ix9ine was also right, too, about this, by the way. They were saying nobody's... He also made a post, said this, too. He said... He also said the third slide is where it's very clear. That boy got probation in exchange for his testimony. Can't believe he can't even look into the camera. I would just keep scrolling, but it's funny how no one had the same energy for black rappers who openly on video. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny because it's cool when they do it. It's probably when I do it, fuck them. Hey, man. Why they not keeping the same energy with these guys? When 6ix9ine did it, everybody called him a rat, snitch that, snitch this. You got more civilians. You got civilians like myself. I ain't calling them snitch. I ain't give a fuck. I just want to hear good music, and that's all I want to hear. But you got people who are civilians, people who are church-going people, Bible thumpers, people who work 9 to 5 jobs at Walmart, work at the plant job on the forklift, talking about 6ix9ine snitching. He telling. Talking about he ain't honorable. What the? Nothing is honorable about the streets. There's no honor amongst thieves, amongst criminals. When are we gonna learn that, bro? When are we gonna learn that? Y'all need to keep the same energy for 6ix9ine and all these other members, these other co-defendants who told to. Why y'all not picking at them? They hated on 6ix9ine because they didn't like 6ix9ine. They thought he was an asshole. They like Gunna. They like Young Thug and them. So they giving them a pass. It's all about who we fuck with the most. It's all about who we fuck with. It's all about who we like. It's all about who's likable. Nobody's really going off these codes and morals, guys. This shit is a myth. These standards is ridiculous, bro. They're making these shit contingent. Because when 6ix9ine did it, it was an issue. I mean, the whole world fell apart. I thought it was about to be a fucking World Trade Center blew up or some shit. It's about to be a fucking World War IV in this motherfucker. When 6ix9ine did it, oh man, the motherfuckers ain't snitch. But now when they do it, oh man, they make up all kind of excuses. It's all about who we fuck with the most. But y'all like, comment, subscribe, slap in with the channel. I'm out of here. Let's go.